We've talked about how they crushed labor, how they infiltrated education, how they captured the courts, and rigged democracy itself. But there's one piece of the Powell memo strategy that threads through all of it: the war on truth. Because none of it works without the story. If you want to take power in a democracy, you don't just pass laws or win elections. You have to control what people believe is normal. You have to shape what sounds reasonable. You have to decide what counts as the truth. And that's where the media comes in. The Powell memo explicitly warned corporate leaders about what it called the broad attack on American free enterprise, coming from college campuses, labor organizers, and most importantly, the press. Powell believed journalists, commentators, and TV networks were turning the public against business, and he told the Chamber of Commerce to fight back, not by protesting, but by building their own media infrastructure. And they sure did. First came the think tanks: Heritage Foundation, Cato, AEI, Manhattan Institute. These weren't academic institutions, they were PR factories. They cranked out research papers and opinion pieces written by corporate-backed ideologues, then got them placed in newspapers, cited on talk shows, and quoted by lawmakers. Then came talk radio, and later, Fox News, which perfected the model. Give people the feeling of being informed while keeping them soaked in fear, resentment, and misinformation. And now, we've got an entire media ecosystem where billionaires fund the news and voters don't know what's real. They don't need to win arguments. They just need to create enough noise and confusion that people give up on the idea of truth entirely. And that's the point. If you can flood the zone with lies, you don't have to prove anything. You just have to make people tired of trying to find the truth. And once people stop trusting journalists or teachers or scientists or each other, it's a lot easier to sell them fascism as freedom. This wasn't an accident. It was an operation, and it worked spectacularly. But here's the thing. The only reason they needed to build that machine was because truth was a threat to them. Because when people do learn the full story of how we got here, who took what, and how we fight back, they don't go back to sleep. They get loud, they organize, and they act. That's why independent media is so important. That's why creators, teachers, librarians, whistleblowers, independent journalists are all being attacked, because they're dangerous to power. So, if you want to break their grip on the narrative, you don't need 1 million followers or a media degree. You just need to speak the truth, consistently, clearly, and in community. So support independent journalism, teach real history, push back on propaganda when you hear it, and don't let disinformation make you numb. Because the story is still being written, and your voice matters in how it ends.